Greetings and welcome to Stunthangar Video Hangouts. My name is Charles Carter and I'll be your host this evening. I want to extend to you my gratitude for you watching Stunthangar Video Hangouts. If you're watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please make a note of this so you can watch or be part of the live stream. Plus, we have an after party following the live stream, which is sometimes better than the live stream portion. You must be a registered Stunthangar Forum member to find the link to be part of the live stream and the following after party. Here at Stunthangar Video Hangouts, we talk about building and flying model airplanes, sport flying, competition flying, and what you've been doing lately. To join our conversation, if you are already a member of Stunthangar Forum, you can find the link if you scroll down to the section called At the Bench. If you're not a member or not logged into Stunthangar Forum, the At the Bench link will not appear. If you are not a member, please register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's stunthangar.com/SMF. That's Smart Men Flying, courtesy of Jeff Riley. You must place a space between your real first and last name when you register. You must also use a valid email address or Sparky. The proprietor of Stunthangar will not approve you. If you're inclined not to come in, just enjoy watching us on YouTube. Wonderful, fantastic. Please enter your questions or comments in the chat box, and I'll do my best to make your questions or comments a part of the show. Understand, sometimes I can't get a word in myself, so be patient, and I will ask our illustrious panel your question or state your comment. By the way, you only can make comments or questions during a live stream. So like I said, I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you find the Stunthangar Video Hangouts that I host or the many building and contest coverage and at John's Garage shows that Sparky does on this channel, or this platform, informative and enjoyable, please give us a thumbs up. That's a like. Subscribe, and when you subscribe, select the notification bell and make sure you select all, and share the videos, excuse me, and comments also help the Stunthangar YouTube channel grow. Please consider joining Stunthangar's YouTube channel memberships, which start at just $4.99 a month, which is less than 17 cents a day. It's an incredible deal with all the talent we have on this program and all the things we do. 17 cents a day. Anyways, you can use the super chat, which is located at the bottom of the chat box, to make donations. You only can use the super chat feature during a live stream, though. Now, your support helps offset some of the expenses of running Stunthangar. And with your memberships, you'll get special badges that we can see in the YouTube chat box and unlimited replay of member-only videos. And once a month, Sparky has a question and answer show for members only. This is Sparky's YouTube channel. I'm in here just twice a week. So if you want to get in touch with me, go to my YouTube channel at Flying Control Line Stunt. That's Flying Control Line Stunt. All the letters are there. And place your comment or question on the 2019 AMA National Championship video, which Sparky shot of me flying his Junar, his beautiful airplane. It was like, I think it's 700 square inches. And at that time it weighed 58.5 ounces. And if you've been watching Sparky, you know that he's refinishing it. He's shipped all the finish off of it, and he's going to redo it. It'll still be orange, I understand, but a little bit different. But if you go to that video, Please subscribe to my channel as well, by the way, and like my channel. That'll help. I appreciate that. But you can comment there. And if you comment there, I will be quickly notified and will be able to respond to you quickly, especially if you're having a problem logging in or getting into the show and you're not a member or you're not registered of Stunthangar Forum, but you still would like to get on the show, communicate with me there and we can somehow hook up. And I've been successful in helping other people get in to this program. So it's nothing that everybody couldn't learn how to do if someone would be willing to show them, and yours truly is willing to help you and show you how to do it. So anyways, I want to thank you for your past, your present, and future support. You are making it happen. Please keep the conversations family room friendly. In other words, please don't use words or do things you wouldn't say or do around your own children and grandchildren. And without any further ado, I'm going to post the link at Stunthangar Forum now. So let me go there and let me do that real quick. And after I do that, I'm going to go to the control panel and get that all set up. Let me see here. Just bear with me for a second here. There's probably a better way, so sorry if I'm fumbling and do this every single time, but doing the best I can. And I'm waiting for the window to come up. Let's see here. Okay, couple more clicks, and we'll be off and running. And I hope everyone had a good day today, and especially had a good weekend. I hope that people had a chance to do some flying or building and be able to give us a show and tell or talk to us about what's been going on with them. I see in the control panel, we have 9 concurrent viewers. Thank you very much, but only 4 likes. So please, if you haven't smashed or hit the like button, please do that. That helps the channel's analytics. And we have Dennis H. Hello, Charles, he says. Hey, Dennis, thanks. You've been coming pretty regular. I appreciate that. You beat out Jack Snavely and some others, so fantastic. And let me see here. And I got to do one other thing real quick. Might as well do it now. I got to edit this thing real quick. I hope my sound and my video is coming across good. So if maybe Dennis, if you could just hit back to me on the chat box and say audio and video is good, I'd appreciate that. Until I have some company, and I gotta do one other thing here. Let's see here. That's not it. I went flying today, but man, I'm really disappointed. I have a Strega, and it must be at least it might be at least 6 years old. And it has I have logged in a flight book, actually 2 flight books. I had to go to a second flight book and flight log, and I have like 560 flights on that plane logged. So it's easily another, I don't know, at least another 50 that I did not count. So it's over 600 flights on that plane. And you know what? That plane is done. It is toast. Yeah, I had taken out 2 head shims to increase the compression, increase the performance, but the compression was so great that when I struck the prop, I loosened the engine bearers. And so it's like now that thing is really a problem. And I got some company. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. I think the first one in was Brad. Hey, Brad.
Hi, good day.
Good to see you. So we got the Canadian connection in. And then we have Tom Greasy. Thanks, Tom Greasy, for coming in.
That's with a C, Tom Creasy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tom Creasy. Oh, forgive me, man. I'm so sorry. What did I say? I don't need to repeat it. I know I butchered it. Tom Creasy. Oh my God. I'm really sorry. I did not mean to do that.
That's okay. Like a crease in your shirt.
Oh, I understand. I mean, you would think I would know better. I've known you for several years now.
Yeah. So how you been?
Been well, Tom. except for I was, matter of fact, hey Gary, how you doing, Gary?
Good.
I don't know if you guys heard me. I was just trying to cover while people came in, but the Strega is done. I struck the prop today trying to start it, and I jarred the engine mounts loose. I mean, the plane is 6 years old, and it was an ARF, and how long can they last? They're not built to last forever. So I mean, I could fix it, but it takes so much time to fix it. I don't think it's worth the investment of time.
I'm stripping my this airplane right here. It's 6 years old.
Right. But that's a profile, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the profile where I had let me get them out. Where I got Wesley Dick's flap system.
Right. Let me make you big, Tom. Just a second. All right, you're big now, Tom. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's the hinges, and this is the rod that connects it to the aircraft. Pretty ingenious. Pretty genius idea there.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's kind of cool.
That is really cool.
It adds a lot of weight.
I bet.
So you got to compensate. Yep. So I'm stripping this, and starting all over. This is the one that was a 16-ounce finish.
Okay. Yeah. Good thing to take that finish off.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Actually, I mean, it's like peeling a rubber roof. It's kind of like that when you peel it, when you strip it. I mean, it's so thick with primer and paint, and it's just awful. It's still a lot faster than building a plane.
Right. Yes. Yeah, I asked Eddie to ask me. I asked Dennis to tell me about the sound, and he said it's softer than usual. Let me fix this real quick. Let me raise this up so it's not in my face, but in front of me. I was trying to have it out of the camera completely, but had it to my side, and this is probably better, right, Dennis? And then, so go ahead and continue, Tom. I'm sorry.
No, I'm good. I'm good. It looked like a wiffle ball that you put up there.
Yeah, it's called a Blue Ice microphone. I've had it for several years, and but I just started using it, I guess, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, I think I started using it. And let me look at the chat box. Looks like, yeah, Dennis H said, it's good. Your sound is maybe a touch softer than recent shows. Hopefully I fixed that. And then Greg Biswick said, the Strega got the Stalker in it, Stalker 81 in it, right? That's right, Greg. It has a Stalker 81. And it was fine until I removed 2 of those head shims. And then when I struck that prop, man, had to go up against the compression, and it pretty much loosened the front end up. But how long do those things last? I'm sure there's not too many out there that have that many flights on it like mine did. And then Edward Sutter, he says, can't get on tonight, but you got my like, gotta go. Thank you, Eddie, appreciate that. And Greg Biswick says, Charles, it's time you build a plane. I know, trust me, that's what I've been thinking about, but it's just something I got to work in the mix of everything else I have going on. I still work, and I have a wife and teenagers, so I am really busy. And then I do this show too, twice a week. So it's difficult for me to find time to do it, but I'm almost running out of planes that I like to fly. That was my last plane that I really liked flying. I have other planes, but they have issues.
Get yourself an ARC.
Yeah, I actually have a Strega ARC.
I got this. I got this covered the last couple days.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
good.
the ARC P40.
Let me make you big
So,
again.
Yep.
So you got it covered, huh?
It's, yeah, I tell you, this is probably this wing is it's not built very well, really. I found some severe mistakes on this wing. So to compensate, I've got myself an adjustable jig right here
Okay.
for this tab right here.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. See, this one's stationary. This is the inboard wing.
Right.
So if something goes funky with this flying, well, at least I can adjust this tab right here.
Right.
But the next thing now is I've got to put 3 coats of dope on it, but I'm not going to brush it on. I'm going to spray it.
Okay.
I'm going to spray it and kind of hold it upside down as I spray.
All right. So why don't you want to brush it on?
That's poly span, and that way, yeah, I'll actually get a pretty light coat on it doing it that way, and it'll seal the poly span.
All right.
Last time I did the poly span with the brush,
right,
it just went right through into the bays. You know, that poly span is so porous.
Yeah, I've heard that poly span takes a lot to seal it.
What else does everybody use that's strong enough to withstand, grass flying? Everybody use poly span?
I mean, I don't know what's wrong with using silk span. I mean, silk span, medium should be all right. I mean, the plane that I've flown planes would have just silk span on them before on grass, but my grass is kind of low. I don't know what your grass is like. If we're talking about 8-9 inches, of grass.
Well, here in the Midwest, we get a lot of thistles, and they're real stemmy, hard stemmy plant that just overnight grows 3-4 inches.
Oh wow! Well, maybe we'll get an answer from our panel and our audience. What else do you guys recommend for Tom Creasy for covering? And
I do have some tie dye.
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, that's it is examination room, doctor's examination room paper that they put on the beds.
I have some of that. I haven't tried it yet.
I haven't tried it yet either, really. But anyway, my timer went off. It's time to remove the fuselage. The fuselage is done after I wipe this off.
Okay.
I'm going to start on the wing. Next.
Hey, well, thanks for joining us while you're working on your plane, Tom. I think that's awesome. I wish we were building planes and having conversations, but that'd probably be almost impossible for everybody to do all that. And I guess we have to have some fans in the audience.
Well, I always in the past, I always came on. I did a lot of building too,
Yeah, I remember. Yes, Brad. What do you want to say, Brad?
I figured if anyone has questions or I have questions, I got someone right there to help me,
Yeah.
If I was live while I was building, you'd have to have a bleeper button.
Yeah, you know what? I think we would probably hear a lot of cursing if people were building planes. Yeah, that would be something, because every once in a while you make a mistake and you just let it rip, because you're not happy with yourself. You're not happy with yourself.
Yep, you like the X-rated Homer Simpson.
Yes. Hey, Barbara, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I'm just pulling your chain. Anyways, I'll let you settle in. So, Brad, are you building anything, Brad, right now?
I just got done building a Ringmaster 576
Oh, okay.
profile.
Yeah, I had one. It's a decent flying plane because of its, to me, it's just a nice size stunner, you know?
It's in the vehicle, easy.
Yeah. I had a 575 or 576 flight streak as well as the Ringmaster. And I passed them down to a guy that's going through the the trials and learning how to fly an airplane, you know. So it was a sacrificial lamb. Both of them were.
Yeah, that's one way of promoting the hobby.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? I've been fortunate to have people help me out too.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. You know what? I was just like a loss. I just like I'm like,
Okay.
what is his name? And then all I see is Barbara, and I was
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
Mark.
Mark. I
Lewis.
was thinking it was Mark, but I wasn't sure. I don't know why I drew a blank. Sorry about that,
That's
Mark.
okay. Most people do when they see me.
Well, you know what? You almost remind me of the Star Trek uniform. You look like Captain Kirk. Remember the officers on the deck? They had that gold color and the black. You're just missing the little Enterprise in there and your flip phone, and you'd be set.
I love it. That's funny.
No, you look to me. You look very much like it. Your outfit. That's like.
I'm out there, I'll tell you.
All right, Mark. Fantastic. At least you're self-aware, right?
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. Hey, Howard, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Hey, Howard.
Hi, Howard.
It's Kitty there.
What was that again? Oh,
That's
nice
two brands,
kitty.
Kitty. Can you hear this microphone? I got it.
Yeah, I hear you, but there's a hum too along with it.
A hum. Oh, that's the heater, I think.
But it only hums when you talk, though.
The only hums when I talk. It could be noise canceling. I'll mute myself for a while.
All right, no worries. What are you up to? Well, before
What
you
am I up to? I'm still painting my dog and masking and having disasters. And nice kitty there.
Yeah, but that I imagine you had those same kind of things with your orange dog too, right? Same kind of setbacks. I mean, Howard.
I'm having more disasters now.
More.
I'm being back more as I get older. Yes.
Okay, I think you're gonna need to mute your mic. Thank you, Howard, because your bandwidth is not good with the audio. So thank you. So Mark, I got my Pampa newsletter today.
I haven't gotten mine.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Joe Gilbert's on the cover. What'd I do with it?
It's cool.
It's a start.
Yeah.
Hey, Charles,
Yeah.
just taking the paint off of the fuselage, lighten that plane up 4.6 ounces.
Wow.
Oh.
And there's a lot
Just
more
the fuselage.
surface. There's a lot more surface on your wing.
I know,
So
that's just the fuselage.
I know. That's really encouraging. You're gonna have a lighter bird for sure.
Yeah,
Must be
and
that
a better paint.
that we hear about.
Well, you guys, let me try to get back to Brad Lapointe. I don't want him to get so frustrated. He's not going to come back. So everybody let Brad finish what he was trying to say.
Yeah. You mean about the live action in the shop?
Did I read about it? Say it again, Brad.
I think we're talking about the bleep button in the shop.
Yes. Yeah, Howard would be hitting his button probably too a lot if we had him live while he's making these mistakes on his dog.
Yeah, if you don't swear once in a while in the shop, then obviously you're not building much.
You're not trying hard enough.
No, you're not trying hard.
And yeah, that's that's why I really hate when I'm really rushing. So I remember the SV11. I was preparing it for the Las Vegas Stunt Challenge, and I had about a month, I think. I mean, I had more, but I finally got serious, and I had a month to do it in, and I was just pressing and pressing, making mistakes and pressing and making more mistakes. It was very frustrating, but only because I was hurrying and rushing.
The Jive Combat team does not drink, smoke, cuss, or chew, and we don't go with girls who do.
Oh, that's so funny. That's funny. That's funny. I appreciate that. That is hilarious. That might explain why they fly so good. They don't have a girlfriend.
That's our Howard.
Yes. Hey, Lynn, how are you doing?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Doing
Good
well.
to see everybody.
Hi, Len.
Hey, how are
Hey,
you?
Lenny.
Hey, Brad, how are you?
Missing in action.
MIA, eh?
Yeah. And one of these days I'm going to get over and we can finish off that SP11.
It's not a problem. It's waiting.
Yeah.
The glass is nice and hard now.
I would hope.
The fiberglass is dried up very nicely.
I have been keeping busy though.
That's good. That's all that matters. I saw your ringmaster on the email you sent out. It looks good.
Yep.
So it's all ready to go. I like the Ukrainian colors. Looks awesome.
There you go.
Yeah, I was wondering what color to paint that fuselage, and when things went sideways there, I had made up my mind real quick.
That's good.
Hey,
Mark, how
Mike.
you doing? Hey, Mike.
Thanks for coming in, Mike.
Mike,
Mark, how you
Brendan.
doing?
Hey, Brendan. Thanks for coming in.
Len, was that to me?
Yeah, it was to you. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Matter of fact,
Good.
Friday, I'm going up to Carmichael's
Oh, good for you.
and I'm going to lay out the circles because Buzz put a fence in the backyard.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
And I need to make sure that everything is going to fit, so I didn't want to wait until June.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. But
Yeah.
we don't want to have to, hopefully we won't have to cut her fence down.
No, she already agreed to put in a new gate. So
Okay.
people could walk through there. It's
Okay.
a beautiful fence. And she's been so cooperative that I'm just trying to, keep the peace.
That's right. Well, I'm sure we'll make it work somehow.
Oh, we will. We will.
You betcha.
Well, if I could interrupt you guys, last Friday was our first day in this month, and I forgot to showcase the calendar, our Stunthangar video calendar that Gary Sinclair does for us. I don't know if you're familiar with this, Mark, but maybe you can get a picture of a plane or a build or something that you've been doing to Gary Sinclair. And he puts together this calendar for us. Let me share with you guys what I got here. Let's see here, share. So this is the April. You guys see it?
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Stephen McBride's, I mean, just a small fraction of his fleet. That's his Eternal up on the top left. As far as I'm concerned, it's on the left. And on the bottom, the lower plane is his Stiletto. And he's flying his Stiletto pretty good. I was talking to his dad today, Ruben, and Ruben said that he got like 560 points.
That's good.
Last contest flying the Stiletto. He's doing better with the Stiletto than he was with his former plane, which was bigger and had a thicker wing.
There you go. The Stiletto is a really good flying airplane. I have one. I've had it for about, I don't know, 10 years anyway. It's been really good to me.
Yep.
It's a really good flying plane. I can see why Les McDonald did so well with it. It's an outstanding airplane. When it's set up right, it's really good.
That's nice.
Yeah, so Gary does a really good job. So every month I'm going to showcase, and I'll try to show this more than once a month to show what we have and encourage people to
Hey, Charles,
participate in that. Yeah.
I got 560 points last year total for all my contests. So I'm hoping it'll go up this year.
Yeah, I hope you get some more points. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh man, you had me cracking up at the meeting, at the Nats meeting in 2019 when you had the meeting for the pilots. I was just,
You remember that, huh?
yes, you had me cracking up.
I'm not going to tell everybody what my score is. You know why? Because then I'll always get that score.
Thank you.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because at Brodax, I find that my score in CLPA is almost the same every year, like give or take like 1 mark.
Is that
Really,
right?
you got to improve. You got to get better.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it.
You got to get better judges.
I can't go
You
there.
need to get better. Also, maybe you're getting better, Lynn, but they're getting harder.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. The judges are getting tougher. That's all.
Well,
Yeah.
you need, Len, you need to get off the beginner circle.
That's what it is. I'll see if I can do that this year.
Oh, it's funny.
Hey,
Oh, I
we
have a-
fly racing in the beginner circle.
Yeah, that's what you saw. I fly racing in the beginner
right.
circle.
No.
So I have a couple comments in the chat box. Dennis H asks, has anyone used the Brodak heat shrink covering versus the Polyspan?
I have not.
I've used Polyspan, but not the Brodak covering.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we don't really have a definitive answer for you, Dennis.
I actually used some Polyspan this week on my new airplane on the Bear.
Oh, really? Oh, good.
Yeah. I've got the wing all Polyspan, and then I put silk span over top of it. I only did just the open base with the Polyspan, and then the silk span over the rest of the wing, including on top of the Polyspan, so that it's more durable and I don't get holes in it. I know it's a little bit heavier, but not much.
You know, Tom Creasy had a question because where he lives, there's these thistles that are sharp and dense, pointy things. And so he's looking for a covering that could stand up to those thistles. So he's using Polyspan, but he doesn't know of anything else to try.
You want to kill thistles, use 2,4-D. Polyspan don't work on thistles.
Yeah. I know.
I'm a farmer.
Use 2,4-D. No,
What about wigs? What is it? Weeds be gone?
we'd be gone. Wipeout.
Well, that
Yeah.
kills everything. Roundup, that kills everything,
Yeah.
except dandelions. They've grown immune to it.
I have another comment I didn't get to. Jack Snavely, he says, hello all airplane fans. Thumbs up, and airplane emojis. Thank you very much, Jack. Thanks for coming in. And Brendan, what are you doing? I know you're reading, but I see you have a plane on the table.
Yeah, I got this twister. Again, I've shown it before that we got from
Steve.
Yeah, and so I'm still trying to figure out a setup that works because, as you know, we're putting together a twister kit of our own that may have just a little bit more weight to it. And so this is sort of our practice twister to see if we can find a setup that'll give us a 5.5 minute flight. And so I'm just going over some numbers from our flying the other day, just trying to dial it in and figure out what's going to work or not work with what we got. So I don't have too much details on it other than, you know, I was changing props and pitches this weekend and stuff. And I don't know, I was able to get this flying at about a 5.1 second lap. But again, I think the twister we're developing might be just a hair heavier. And I think it was maxing out the our ESC and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with a system that's going to work for it. So
well, maybe once more electric guys get in here, maybe they might have a suggestion or two.
Brandon,
yeah.
what kind of what size batteries were you using?
I got I'm trying to get a 4S battery in it. I've got 5S batteries, but I was trying to get a 4S battery on it because I got some of those. I think I got a 3,000 milliamp one. The motor I got on here's got I think it's a 10,000 kV, or 1,000, sorry, 1,000 kV. And it's an off-brand motor. It's a D3542 is what it's called. And I don't know, most of my props, it was taking too much juice to swing a 11 by 5.5 prop. So I knocked it down to a 10 by 5.5. I don't know, that wasn't pulling it as much as we wanted. So then I got a 10 by 7 on there. And again, that was kind of maxing out the 35 ESC, which for a twister size plane, I would think a 35 ESC should be able to cover the system mostly. So I was kind of surprised that I was really close to maxing out the amps that it was pulling.
Do you have a lower KV motor?
I do. Matter of fact, I was looking over it. I got one that's got right here in front of me, that's got an 860 kV. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking about, throwing this on there and seeing kind of what stats we get.
Yeah. The guys I fly with, there are about 4 or 5 of us, and we all fly both, but lately it's been a little more electric, and we have good luck with the lower KV motors, more runtime.
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm trying to find a sweet spot for it, because I mean, I've got a 5S setup. But when you're dealing with a twister here, I mean, you don't want to throw a 5S setup and the heavier motor and all that stuff on here. So I'm trying to of using my 4S batteries and a motor that'll, you know, get me through it. The problem is just trying to find out what that combination is. It's a lot of trial.
Yeah. Good luck with it. You'll get it.
Yeah.
You guys have do you have a new quarterback yet?
You know what? You asked that, but here, let me show you. Yeah, I'm representing Steelers right now, which I live in Steelers country. That's fine, but let me show this one. Hold on, right here on the wall. This is actually my Christmas pride and joy.
You're a cheesehead.
I'm a Packers owner. Ian Rodgers would like this.
There you go.
Very good.
That's excellent.
Yeah, I love, I mean, for the sports fan people out there and whatnot, to actually, it's pretty gimmicky, but for the people that really, you know, go with sports and whatnot, to know that of all the major sports, the Packers are the only one where you can be a part of the general. It's awesome.
That's terrific. Thank you.
Wow. Interesting. I have a comment from actually a answer or a suggestion for you. Where'd Tom go? Is Tom still here? I don't see him.
Here he is.
Okay, Tom's still here. Okay. Tom, so Montana Farmer says Stitz light polyester is really tough covering.
Yeah, polyspan is.
Well, it says Stitz, S-T-I-T-S.
Yeah.
Stitz light polyester.
Yeah, Stitz makes full scale covering.
Oh, so Stitz is kind of like they make real covering for real aircraft, huh?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Well,
Is
that's
that
probably,
like SIG coverall?
That is heavy. I had
It's
some of that.
tough.
That is super heavy.
have you tried a cover right?
That's heavy.
Okay.
How's the cleanup job coming? Is that airplane you had the other night?
You talking to me?
Yeah, yeah. Is that the airplane you had on the
Oh,
day?
it's right,
it's
right
over there.
here.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, yeah. My timer's about ready to go off. I'm hoping to remove everything off that wing.
Okay, awesome. Wow.
What is this timer for, Tom?
15 minutes after you put the stripper down. And then I
Okay.
take saran wrap and cover the top of it so it don't dry out or evaporate. Just sits there and it eats and eats.
Okay. You know, I saw Sparky using that on his plane, his Junar.
Isn't that cool?
Yep.
What a great idea.
Yep. Yeah, that's he gave me the idea because I started watching this thread on it because I've had this thing that's a lead sled, you know, and I put a lot of time into it, and yeah, I'd like to be able to fly it and enjoy it, but
Right. If you shed all that weight, you're gonna
Yep.
definitely gonna be enjoy it.
yeah, I started out at 64.3 ounces. And then when I disassembled it, it was 41.2.
Wow. Now the stripper you're
Now
using is what?
now we're down to 36.6.
Wow.
So we're getting there.
What stripper are you using?
It's from Walmart.
Oh, clean strip.
Premium
Okay.
stripper, $12 a can. And then this is pretty good stuff too. It's it helps neutralizes it and cleans it up.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Wipe it down with that.
You know, Charlie, I think we would have had more people on tonight if we were going to talk about stripping.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should have put it in the announcement on Stunthangar. We're going to talk about stripping tonight.
Yeah,
Strippers.
yeah. I'm gonna have to get a
Strippers.
poll.
Talk
in
about-
here.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about strippers. What a great idea.
Yeah, we're gonna have strippers and
Oh, brother.
So-
My wife asked me today. He goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm stripping." She's like, "Oh my God, I wish I was there."
that's nice.
Yeah, but I told her, I said, "I don't have a pole, so it's not any
Oh
fun
my
without a
God.
pole."
I'm sure your wife doesn't need a pole. She just wants you. So
That's it.
yeah.
He's putting on the gloves. Look out, here he
I'm
goes.
stripping and I'm putting on the gloves.
Hey, Tom, do you have pants on?
What was that?
I was wondering if you
I
have
missed
pants.
that one.
Mark asked if you got pants on.
Oh yeah, man, I got Scooby-Doo Christmas Scooby-Doo pants on.
All right.
Oh, very cool. You're styling and profiling.
Gotcha. Hey, we want to see what this did.
Yeah.
All right, well,
15
let's see
minutes.
what happens here.
just like unwrapping a nice Christmas present.
That's it.
Yeah, I heard that, man. See, what happened was when I was 11 years old, I started modeling, and I stayed with it. And then when I got to about 35 years old, oh my God, life kicked in and didn't release me until 2015. So I made, this is my first plane since, God, probably since, probably mid 90s.
Wow.
So when I finished it, I made a big mistake.
Oh, look at that. It's
So
coming
it's
right
really
off.
nice to-
Yeah.
Yep. And the thing of it is, this fuselage here is a Midwest fuselage, and I built this first plane in 1976. So I tried to make a replica of it. Here's the original rudder off of it
Oh,
from
cool.
1976.
Wow.
Wow.
That's great.
Very cool. It's nice to hang on to those pieces of your
And I
art.
was even to be able to keep the
Oh, look at
plastic.
the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
The exhaust.
You don't want to
Nice.
throw those away.
Well, I forgot because I usually make mine, and I forgot that this was the original plastic one, and the stripper got on it, and it kind of made it. It didn't ruin it, but it's going to take a lot to clean it back up.
Yeah. And that looks like it comes off pretty good.
What are you using to take it off? A razor blade?
Yep.
Look at that. Wow.
Hey, Dennis.
Happy-
Meet in. Thank you, Dennis.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah,
At least we know it works. We have living proof here.
we do.
I can see the scale going down as he goes.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, I followed Sparky's. He refinished that Junar that you flew at the Nats, Charles.
Right. Well, I've been
And,
keeping an eye on it. Trust me.
and yeah, he's only been a week, and he's already got it stripped, and he should be ready for covering to start covering it here for long. Last I knew, he was at 600 grit, so
Wow.
he should be covering it for long.
So
I've
when you
been
stick
hanging
that
out with him,
stripper,
building my plane too, and doing this.
so Tom, that
He's kind
stripper,
of like good company, when you're working in your shop.
I have a question, Tom. So that stripper removes the covering as well as the paint. It removes the
Yes,
takes off the tissue and the paint.
yes.
Thank you.
Like right now, I've just painted the ribs, or stripped just the top of the ribs there, and I'll give it put some more stripper on it, and all the covering should just peel off all at once.
Wow.
Wow, that's very interesting. I had no idea. Yeah, I just
And
thought you just
it's cheap. I mean, $12 plus that other can, the mineral spirits.
right.
Altogether, well, that was $7. So $20, you got everything you need. Well, you got to have, good gloves.
Hey, that's a lot cheaper than all the finish you're taking off. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this was done with Apple craft paint from Walmart
Okay,
with a clear coat dope over the top of it.
all right.
Yeah, I remember when you was painting that plane. Or a plane.
Yeah, I think I was live when I was painting it. It was outside underneath the canopy. It was humid that day.
That's the day.
Yeah,
you
I got
never
me a
paint.
real nice paint room.
Oh, good.
And yeah, so
Well, I liked how you use your water heater to check your spray pattern on your brush, on your airbrush. That was kind of different.
the what?
Remember you using your water heater to test out the spray gun?
Oh, yeah, the old water heater.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to wait until springtime because I didn't want to open up the basement, during the winter. So I just used it as a see if my gun was spraying okay.
Yes,
Get my gun
that's a good
adjusted.
idea.
No, no.
Yeah, that was always the artistic part of you, Tom, that we miss now. We could see all the stuff you were trying on that.
Hey, Steve, thanks for coming in.
Hey,
And Philip Bailey, thank you for coming in, Philip.
hey, Mark.
Yeah,
Says Barbara, but I'm pretty sure you're Mark.
I am. Somehow, Barbara, my wife, was the first one to use the computer with a Zoom meeting. And
Okay.
I got to figure out how to change that name.
I thought maybe you're using your middle name or something.
Go into your Zoom account under your profile, and you can change the name.
Okay. I'll put
He'll
it-
have to ask his wife for permission first, but
Yeah, you might
Yeah.
want to do that.
Mark.
Yeah, you gotta have
that'd be a good
permission
idea.
first.
Yeah. Make sure it gets approved by the executive before you
Right.
do anything.
That's the number one thing.
I wonder how I know.
Naomi has you trained well, Len.
You damn right. I don't go and try painting any of her airplanes. Look out, I'll be killed.
Well, I told my wife, she better be, respectful now that I'm president of Pampa.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
didn't go over
How
too
How did that go over?
well. She thought it was spelled Pamper, like a pamper. And I said, no. No, it's not. That's not it. No, she's good. I have no complaints.
Very good.
So how have you been, Mark?
Yeah.
I've been all right. I've been all right. April Fool's Day, I took over Pampa. And,
That'll tell you something.
Yeah.
and it's interesting. Today I got a text. I guess it was actually an email that was sent to someone else in Pampa. And it was a person complaining that they got a newsletter today. Because they said they really don't care about shiny airplanes at the Nats. So I guess,
Wow.
yeah, so I guess it's hard to please everyone.
Well, you can't please everybody, Mark.
No.
Nobody can.
Dave Tribble and the group were good enough to get this thing going. And I'm just waiting for my copy. And
I tell you what, as long as you please your wife, then you'll be able to keep the job for a long time.
yeah,
It doesn't matter about pleasing anybody else. As long as she's pleased, then you get to keep it.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, happy wife, happy life.
yeah.
That's it. That's
Hey,
exactly
Naomi.
right.
Hey, there's the boss.
There's the boss.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
Okay.
Great.
you keeping Len on the straight and narrow?
Oh, that's impossible. That's like saying Len's going to be good.
Well, tell him to at least be good at it.
Okay.
Well, Naomi, I have a friend I was expecting to come in, Bob Brooks, and his wife Hannah was going to join him. And I was like, I told her, oh, that's great, because last week Lynn Burrell's wife, Naomi, was in. And so I'm hoping that she will show up. I just haven't seen them yet, but hopefully she'll show up.
Okay. Well, our weather up here has been so crappy. I haven't been able to, I mean, I managed to get a second filler coat on the Clown Racer, but that's it. It still needs to be sanded out in the final clear coat, and then we can actually start putting the color on it. So I'm going to get Len to help me do that, because I want to spray it, and I've never done that before.
Did you guys get snow today, Naomi?
No, we got rain.
Oh, okay.
It's 4 degrees Celsius, which is just above freezing. So
Yeah,
we
same
didn't get snow. We just got some really kind of cold rain.
Yeah, we got about 2 inches of snow here today.
Oh, wow.
And I knew it was traveling in your direction, but it must have got there when it warmed up, because it got warm enough here, it melted everything away. I mean, this morning at 8 o'clock, I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, we had snow not that long ago, but like you say, the weather got mild enough that it all melted. So there's nothing left on the ground.
A week from tomorrow, they're calling for our first 70-degree day. We'll see if we hit it.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're about the same weather, because we're in the same.
Yeah. Well, I'm just hoping if the humidity can go down a little bit, then we can actually get some painting done, because it's hard. I mean, between our work schedule and just the weather not cooperating, it's really I said to Len, it's going to be another year where we're going to end up with dope drying in the back of the van on the way to Brodax. It seems to happen every year.
Well, if you don't want the dope, the dry, then hydrate, Len.
Naomi, just clown racing's not till later in the week. Just bring it and make Sam brush it while he's there.
No, I want to paint it. I already have the color scheme picked out. I already know what color I want to paint it. It's just a matter of getting it done.
Okay.
Hey, Naomi.
Yeah.
Will Len be able to get across the border?
Well, as far as I know, they don't have a do not cross warrant out on them.
Right. Well, hell, if he can't, just leave him and you show up at Brodax.
There you go.
Well, now he's my guy, my go-to guy if I have any difficulties. So he's got to come with me. Somebody's got to help me carry all my stuff.
Oh, you could find guys there that help you carry your stuff.
Well, when I'm flying, I usually get one of the other guys to help me launch, because he's over in the expert circle and I'm in the beginner circle, and it's like good luck getting him to help me. So
right.
But I'll never forget the first time I flew at Brodax, and I flew in the ladies and youth event, and when I took off, I didn't quite, my plane kind of nosed over into the grass because I didn't give it quite enough up. And John Brodak came and helped me launch my plane. I will never forget that. Yeah.
Well, that was nice of him.
Yeah. And when I went to the Nats the first time, well, I've only been once, but I went back in 2012.
Yeah, 2012.
And I had registered for the beginner event, but when I got there, I still couldn't do anything but a wing over. And I felt like an absolute idiot. I was gonna like not even fly. And Alan Brickhouse was the CD for that event. And he said to me, I don't care if you go up there and do nothing but fly flat and level. This is a beginner event. It's for people like you who are beginners, and we all want to see you fly. We do not want to see you sitting in and watching everybody else.
Right.
So I did. I entered it, and I ended up. I didn't realize it, but Alan used to take donations of prizes from anybody who would donate them, and he'd put them all out on the lawn. And after the beginner event was over and it was all tallied up, they would go in order of first, second, third, all the way down to the last place. Everybody would get to go through all the prizes and pick what they wanted. And I ended up coming home with 5 prizes because they just kept going until they ran out of stuff.
Wow.
It was amazing. I got a twister kit. I got a motor. I got all kinds of stuff. It was amazing. And I think it's so, and I know Len and I have brought stuff to donate
For that.
for that event, because I think it's so encouraging for a beginner to go to an event like that and come away with, a prize. Even if you didn't place in the, top 3 or whatever, you still come home with something to show for your effort, right?
Yeah, I think that's a great tradition.
Yeah. I did it the year before, Naomi, because Samantha wouldn't fly unless I flew.
Right.
And I could do a loop, and that was it, and so
I couldn't even do a loop.
I flew, and I got my little trophy. It says 6th place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I took 6th place at the Nats. And Samantha always says, Dad, you were last.
Well, I ended up second last because there was one guy who wasn't able to complete his flight because he crashed. So I actually ended up second last.
And that's the start.
Yeah.
With Samantha and I both going through the lines there, I couldn't believe how much stuff we came back with. Our car.
Oh, yeah.
Packed with stuff.
I was second last in expert too that day.
Len says he was second last in expert.
That day,
Yeah. At that same event.
Actually, the beginner event last year, there were
We're gonna
3
try again this year.
for my family, both of my kids and me. So we all got to go through the prize table, and we ended up with so much stuff. Thank God we had brought an RV with us.
Oh, really? Wow.
In the overhead compartment and how packed it was. I mean, it was something else.
Wow. Okay, well, I just got home, so I'm gonna go have a bite to eat, and I'll let you go back to talking to Len for a while.
Well,
I know
thanks
it's not,
a lot.
I know
what
it's
we
not
do
as much,
wrong?
I know it's not as much fun as talking to me, but
Bye, Naomi.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Naomi. Oh, it's great.
Damn, Len, talk about getting punished. We got to come back to you.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I know. I'm gonna shrink Lynn down.
Yeah, shrink me down.
I had Naomi big.
There. Is that better?
No, you're good. You're good.
Hey, I got some show and tell here. Anybody wants to?
Yeah, I'm gonna make you big, Steve. 1 second.
Depends on what you're showing.
Yeah. Wait, I got a motor from the swap meet, and how people leave them in the shed or whatever, and they turn all crappy.
Right.
Can you see the difference?
Barely. It's a little difference. Little, but it's little.
But see, it's back to the shininess.
Yeah.
But I did that with a Dremel wire wheel.
Yep.
Okay.
And I got, this all cleaned up. It looks good now.
Yeah.
It's like an old 4-stroke.
Yeah, is it a 4-stroke?
Yeah, it's a Sato 40 I got for $20.
Okay.
And it didn't have any compression. I took it apart and there's no ring in it. But it doesn't look like it's ever been run. So I think someone stole the ring out of it.
Oh.
Wow.
And put it back together. It just had that crud all over it, but it's hard to see in there. But there is zero carbon anything in this thing.
Yeah.
But for $20, I'm like,
yeah, it's pretty good.
It is.
You get that at Toledo?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was
The
great.
show?
We had a lot of fun. And the other thing I found just by getting old motors, you know, getting them there and stuff and cleaning them up. This part I cleaned in here.
Can you
but
move
can
it
you see
closer
what
to the
that looks
camera,
like?
Steve? Put it
Closer
closer
to the camera.
There we go. Thank you.
Can you see the difference where I cleaned here and here,
Yeah.
but didn't do none of this?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
And the part in the head, I still
Right.
got to do some more.
Yeah.
But what I found is this stuff called Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a buck at the dollar store, and you can buy a half a gallon of it for $3. But I'm wondering how that would work if you actually soaked it. I mean, that's just spraying it on and wiping it off.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, you know, I don't know if you
Cheaper than
stuck it like
antifreeze.
pardon me?
It's cheaper than antifreeze.
Yeah, and it doesn't turn. I'm wondering if it won't turn it black.
What?
You know how the
Turn what black? What?
You know how
What
a
do you
lot of
use,
times you
Steve?
soak it in antifreeze that the motor turns a black looking color.
That happened to me one time.
I'm
I've
wondering-
never had that happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some engines, I don't know what it was. It was the same engine. They were both torpedoes. I actually had 3 torpedoes I cleaned, and one turned that dark tinged color. It wasn't black, but it was a pronounced dark color compared to the other 2 cases. That was in the same.
But I'm wondering if you warmed this stuff up or whatever in a crock pot, you know, not really boil it, see if that would work. But I'm wondering them vibrating ultrasonic cleaners.
Yeah.
You know, if you had it warm and then stuck it in there and see what it does, because I mean, just spraying it on and wiping it, it works really well.
Yeah, that's pretty
I see
impressive.
that. It looks pretty good. Yeah.
And
On the antifreeze, there's some that are made basically for iron and brass and stuff like that, and then there's only certain formulations for aluminum radiators. You have to get, if you use the antifreeze trick, get the stuff that says it's for aluminum.
Oh, okay.
And I think you can avoid the discolorations.
All right. That might have been the difference. I don't know.
But yeah, so that's, you know, what I kind of found, because I mean, I was just surprised how much it cleaned up that little thing, because it's so.
And Steve, I think you're dead on
not
target
warm.
there. If you had it in a crock pot or in an ultrasonic cleaner or something like that, you could probably use a toothbrush and get it, you know, the heavy stuff off, and then use the wire wheel just to finish it off.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but I always had, you know, a hard time with the white powder, you know, when they store them outside or whatever. And so, yeah, I just, you know, figure that I got the one motor for $20, and that's $200 and some, you know, and then I bought a FSR. I got that for $5. I wanted the carburetor, and the carburetor is the only thing I haven't got loose yet. Everything else loosened right up, and I mean,
Steve, what
Jeff
size is that?
Traxler found
46?
these things, a box of them that must have been sitting outside, and I mean, a lot of them had never been run, but they were just had that white powder look.
Yeah.
To them, you know, but yeah, it was a good show. I mean, Jeff had some motors and stuff there to sell, and I don't know, some guy came by. He had to be in his 80s, if not 90s, because his son was with him, and his son was as old as me. And Jeff had like $40 on a FP40 and $5 on a muffler. And he's like, well, how much for both of these? And Jeff said, well, the dad's special today. If you buy them both, it's $20.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a brand new FP. And I'm like, holy shit, you know, the guy's like, oh, thank you. And And Jeff said, he goes, yeah, just be lucky you still had your dad, you know.
Absolutely.
Is it a one-day show?
2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, there were a lot of people there. Hobby King was there. You could get batteries at really good prices and stuff like that. Innovative Design was there. They had all kinds of stuff on sale, and Rich's Brew, he was there. They had a lot of regular vendors. Half of it was now the vendor part, and the other half of the place was the swap meet.
I got to go to that next year.
It was.
Hey, Steve, I have a
better.
question from our chat box. I know you know the answer, but that's from Yojin. Can you get a ring for it? I know you told me earlier, but
yeah, I ordered one from I call it Bowman, but it's not Bowman anymore. So yeah, so I ordered that. I don't know how good the rings are or whatever. I was gonna get one right from Sato, but they're out of them.
Yeah.
So
the guy that took over Bowman's doing pretty good now. I got one of his early ones and it wasn't much. It was too soft, but I got one of the later ones in my 51 that I'm flying on my Pathfinder, and it's got a bunch of flights on it now. It may give up the ghost next trip, but it's done real well so far.
yeah, you know, I mean, I'm hoping. I mean, everything in here is brand new, and the only thing I can think of is that someone stole the ring off that thing and then set it outside, and it got all that white crap all over it. But everything else looks brand new inside that 40, you know, Sato. Hell, they're $200 and some now. So by the time I get a ring, it's $20. You know, I broke a gasket taking it apart, so I had to buy a gasket set. That was $10, but it came with a glow plug that still works. So I bought a $20 motor and got a $20 glow plug.
$20 glow plug. Oh Lord. Oh,
you know?
Lordy.
And that's like the other one I spent for $5. That glow plug works in that one too. I'm like, well,
wow,
man, I'm money ahead by buying these things.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe the price of stuff. They had short kits there for RC airplanes. $300 for a short kit.
You
know, it was just.
Should ask him where the heck he's supposed to get the balsa to finish it.
That's a deal. You know, you're going to have another $300 in the balsa wood to finish.
Finish it, yeah.
But yeah, they said that balsa was just so expensive, and getting decent balsa wood for doing that. But
I'll tell you,
it was a lot of fun. Seen a lot of people I hadn't seen in a lot of years and stuff like that.
Steve, I'll tell you what'll blow your mind if you're a person that does a lot of scratch building, and you go. I was looking for some wood to cut some ribs out from my Pathfinder, and went down there and started looking through my wood, and I looked at my good stuff and my not so good stuff and my stuff that I thought, well, I'll build an RC plane or something like this, because it really don't have to be within any kind of weight tolerances. It's still better than anything I found at the hobby shop.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm going to try to buy some wood from Trexler, because he can't fly anymore. And I mean, he has boxes and boxes and boxes of balsa wood that he's collected over the years. And he's building rubber power stuff. And I'm like, you got way too much balsa for these little teeny airplanes. You know, you need to sell me some. And he's like, I'll think about it.
I got a friend in Charlotte that's gotten into those darn rubber powered and what do they call it stuff you pour it in a bathtub and you touch the wing, microfilm.
Yeah.
Microfilm things that the propeller goes around about this quick.
Yeah.
He comes up, he said, when you next time you build an airplane, save me the scraps, I'll buy them from you. I thought, say what? So he came up, and the stuff that I just started laying everything, if it was 6 inches long, anything, whatever, pieces, I was saving it for him. He wanted to pay me for that stuff. I said, just take the box and get it out of my way. It's fine. I saved it for you, but I didn't expect to get paid for it, and I still don't.
Yeah.
But he was tickled to death to get it.
Yep.
He says, that motor you've been wanting? I said, yeah. He said, it's yours. Motor, my God. It was scrap I was going to throw away.
Yeah,
He was tickled to death to get it.
I felt sorry for Jeff. He's got the new airplane all done. It's beautiful. I mean, and he did like Mike with the glue stick and the tissue,
Yeah.
and then I mean the cat stepped on it and broke
Oh.
broke a rib in the wing. It's like now in the spar. But I mean, it's such tiny little stuff.
Yeah, it is little stuff.
But
I've gotten to where when I build something like that, I either hang it from the ceiling or I put it in a box somewhere. There's a whole bunch of cardboard boxes downstairs that are only, they're so big, but the airplanes are in it in pieces. And the only one that was a real problem, I made a box years ago for one night 28s, and now one night 28s are one night 32s, and they don't fit. So I got to find those boxes.
Yeah, Dennis's nephew made a jig for Jeff that you put a piece of balsa wood in it, and it comes down and you rubber band it, you wet the wood and stuff, and it makes balsa wood propellers. It is so cool. He printed it out.
I've seen that. I've seen one of those, and it is neat.
Man, I'm like, wow, that thing is, really made nice. But yeah, because he flies with Dennis's nephew there.
Pardon me one second, you guys. Are you out of here, Brad?
Yep. See you next time.
Thanks for coming in, Brad. Appreciate it.
Sorry to bore you to death.
No, it's past my bedtime.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thanks for coming in.
All right.
Bye-bye.
But yeah, I mean, he's got that, the stuff that he's printing up to make props and all that. I'm like, wow, he's really making some pretty neat stuff.
Getting serious. Now, if someone would do that and make us some PA props, we'd be in business.
Yeah.
Gracious.
Oh, that was another thing too, is that when I was there, I got some rev up props for RC60 at a 12.6 Zor, all of them $1 a piece.
Wow.
Why didn't you call me?
Now I'm going to have to go next year.
Yeah.
The propellers alone would be worth the trip.
Oh yeah, and I mean these, I got some, but you're always breaking a prop, but it's for 60 size. But
I've never understood that. I've never understood that. You can fly the same prop for 6 months. You go to the contest and you're either going to bust it the week before the contest or at the contest. I just never understood it. It just don't make any sense.
Why, you always got a have to have a backup.
Yeah. Buddy of mine went to a contest in Florida. He's flying a tune pipe, one of the prettiest SB11s or 12s I've ever seen. He went to Florida and got down there, and something happened. He chipped the prop on takeoff, and he was back up here the next day. I thought, what are you doing? He said, well, I didn't have another prop. I know they're carbon fiber, but they're not that darn expensive. Gas would have, oh me. I'd have tried to buy one from somebody. Gene Martin's down there, several guys down there. I'm sure he could have got one.
Or even just borrow a prop.
Yeah, something.
Because when I was at Brodax, I needed a different prop, and it was Joe Gilbert lent me a prop.
Yeah, I went to the Nats, and I was having problem keeping the fire lit in that 59. And I mean, it had been a battle for 2 days trying to figure out what was wrong. So Billy Werwich comes over and he says, try some of this fuel. Your fuel's got to be corrupted. So I tried it, and the first time it flew, and the second time it barked like it was going to quit, but it didn't quit. So Alan Brickhouse came over and handed me a glow plug, said, put this in it. So I put the glow plug in it, and Billy's fuel, and it ran like a top. But then the day before, I was getting in one more practice flight before my first official, and Billy Werwich and Bobby Hunt hollered in at me and said, Philip. I turned around and looked at him, and I'm trying to fly a stunt wagon, which is twitchy anyway. And he says, you're soaking us. And I was upside down. So I pulled the thing back right side up. just as it just quit. Flame went out. There ain't but one thing in there can soak you. Fuel tank had blown out. Oh man.
Oh wow.
That was just not supposed to be my year. I thought that was going to be my year.
Well, good thing you didn't lose the plane.
That was it. That was it. Billy
Hey,
Billy
Dennis.
said that was a heck of a save. I said, well, I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
it was
If
a
you
heck
hadn't
of a
hollered when
save.
you would, if you hadn't hollered when you did, it sure wouldn't have been.
Recognize that?
Let me make you big, Steve. 1 second.
I can't see it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm building one of those.
I have one suggestion, Dennis,
What?
is that these sides will go on either side. Offset one of them a little bit for dumbasses like me who put it together and then have it all set up and then put it together on the wrong side and have to take it back apart. But yeah, the sides will go on either way. And it's like, man, if you were to just offset one of them things a little different.
Yeah.
But it went together nice. I just got to get the.
Well, you already got yours cut to fit the wing, fit around the wing and everything.
It comes that way.
Oh, I got the 2020. That's not the same one. 2022.
Yeah, this is for the oh shit, Magician.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is a spacer I got. You know, when I built it, but
I
yeah,
bought
built up
two.
real nice. If I'd have put it together the right first time, I mean, it'd have been great.
That reminds me of Eric Rule. One time I was complimenting his weight boxes he made, and he explained to me that he got so many calls from people asking how to put it together that he made it so that it only can go together one way.
Yeah.
You know, simple, and he made the notches and all that. And I was like, oh, okay. But I thought it was really neat how he had it made, but he said he used to get calls and questions on how to put a weight box together.
Yeah, from dumbasses like me that set it all out and then while I'm putting it together without my glasses on, I set it up wrong. And then I look at that and I'm like, oh my God, I put the sides on the wrong way. But I got it taken apart in time, and luckily I caught it before everything dried up super hard.
I got my like in. Haha.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Battery's about dead, so I figured I better do it quick. Ah, Lordy. Don't feel too bad, Steve. I got mine together and we thought I was going to put it all together and have it all set together and CA it. And I was reading the directions and I said, oh, these are supposed to go to the outside. I had every one of them to the inside. Oh. Anyway.
Hey guys, I'll be right back, you guys. You guys
no
don't burn
glue,
anything. I'll be right back.
Hey, I don't know if anybody knows, Dennis may know. I got my batteries. I'm making up the battery pack. And the old one had this like silicone triangle thing. Where would you, I can reuse this one, but where would you buy something like that? I wonder who would carry.
When I did mine, when I replaced mine, I managed to lose that thing. I don't know whether I lost it or the bird carried it off or what happened. But at that time, they both were still flying, and they go downstairs on my shoulders, but they didn't stay on my shoulders while I was working, and they would carry things off sometimes. Anyway, I put a little drop of silicone. I put two of them together and then put a little drop of silicone in 2 or 3 places, and then put the other one on top of it.
Oh, okay.
And let that hold it, and that worked fine.
But yeah, I've been watching videos and it looks like it'll be pretty simple, but like the little spot welds they do.
Yeah.
The razor blades with the heavy metal back on the one side.
Yeah. Yeah. Single edge. Yeah.
Single edge.
Yeah.
The guy showed in there, you just take that and get under the corner, and he just had a little teeny hammer and tapped it, and it'll cut them loose, and you can redo it.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I thought I was going to have to make up the new little tabs and all that. And on that video, I'm like, wow, that's pretty sweet. And it showed him, cutting them off and soldering, spot welding them back on. Well, one guy did it that way and spot welded, the other guy just soldered it. But
Yeah, I solder. I can't do the spot welding.
yeah,
Tell
I
you what,
got my,
you try to spot weld and get it too hot on a battery. Oh, you've just made a mess. You just made a real mess. That's
we'll see how it comes out. I mean, I guess I'm just cheap, but instead of paying $45 for a battery, I got new cells for 15. So
that sounds like my way of doing things.
And they're bigger capacity and stuff like that. If I would have bought the bigger capacity ones, them things are like $80. So
yeah. When you fly your RC plane, do you use 4 batteries in the receiver battery or 5?
5.
Yeah, I use 5 too, and I'm flying a sailplane. Everybody says, well, you don't need it for a sailplane. It don't matter what I need. I got it just so I don't need it.
Well, I mean, with a sailplane, a lot of times I could see where you would need it more. Man, you really put a lot of force and stuff on them sailplanes to see how they fly.
Sometimes,
and basically
sometimes
that just gives you more torque on the servos.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's funny though. 20 years ago when we flew, the servos, they were pretty good size, and they had metal gears and all, but they only had like 20 ounces. These big $100 piece servos, 20 ounces. Now you can buy this little dinky thing like this, 25 ounces, still got metal gears. It's amazing.
Came a long ways with all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I finally found a drill, the motor for my drill, and got it for $15. And I mean, that drill now is, with that and the batteries, is $200 and some. And I'm like, this will save me a little bit of money.
I went to a sale a few weeks ago, and I was talking to a guy about you remember the micro lathes? I don't like being able to make, good God, what a piston. I like making my own Venturis and stuff.
Yeah.
So I bought a tag micro lathe. Well, the motor burned up. So I'm at a show talking to a guy about, where can I get a motor? He says, do you have a sewing machine shop anywhere near you? Well, yeah, matter of fact, we do. He said, go by and see them. So I went and talked to the guy, and he says, yeah, I can sell you one. And he brought one out. I'm figuring $60 or something, $5.
Wow.
It's a used one. It's using off an old Singer. He says, bring me your old one. I figured he's going to tell me to exchange it. I said, well, I got it in the car. I brought it in. He says, oh, let me have that one. You need the bigger one. So I came back, and he brought me the other one back that's the right one. Then he goes and rebuilds the one that I had, the one that went on the lathe, and charged me another $10 because they had to take it apart and turn the armature. It looked like the armature was just all worn together, whatever. I don't know how to say it, but they cleaned it up and got it all running, put new brushes in it. That thing runs like a champ now. But Mark, I know you fly sailplane, but do you fly a model or full scale or both?
No, model.
Models?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, if you've flown in the last 20 years, it's altogether different. I flew in the 70s, and then I became a national service technician and had to quit flying because I was never home. I was home 4 days a month. So for about 10 years, I didn't fly. And then I left that job, came back home, went to work for the city and worked for them 30 years and retired. But I'm just now getting back into sailplanes, and it's a different world. It ain't like it used to be. I went out there with a Peregrine and a Viking and a mystery ship, which is my full house plane. And I'm out there, and these guys kept laughing at me. And I thought, what the heck are you laughing about? I mean, I thought I was doing pretty good. I was staying up as long as you guys did. He said, we're practicing the 10-minute event. Okay. Your landings weren't as good as mine. He said, no, but I'm just curious. He said, fly my airplane one time. Try to go 20 minutes. The problem was getting it down, not putting it up. It was a carbon fiber airplane, molded airplane.
Yep.
This sucker wanted to keep going. I thought, what's wrong with this plane? Good grief. The modern stuff is just so much nicer. I mean, I love the Woodcrafters, and I'm still flying them. But if I ever get serious in the sailplane again, I got to have one of these carbon fiber planes, man. This was the one he let me fly was his old beater that he didn't care if it got tore up. It was a Supra. Oh, I told him, if you ever decide to sell that thing, I want it. Put a price on it. I want it. That thing was fun. But anyway, things have sure changed.
Yeah, they have. Well, at least they don't have to worry about balsa wood.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, that was Mark. It said Hannah on there or something at first.
Yeah, I think there was someone else trying to get in.
Oh.
Yeah, she just it was Hannah, and then Mark came in after her. So.
Oh, okay. Mine went from Hannah to Mark, just Pam, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
So, hey, Mark, thanks for coming in.
Hey,
Mark, there you are. You look
like you're in a hotel room. Man?
Where are you at? You at home or are you?
He's in Miami.
Flying the world.
I'm in Miami. I've been I got about another week to finish up these guys in the simulator. So I'm still down here.
Are you liking your new career?
Once I get over this initial stuff, it'll calm back down. I need to get back to, I'm trying to semi-retire, right?
Yeah,
good luck with that.
That's like, it's like, it seems like you're out of town no matter what you try to do,
It seems that way, but I was wondering if anybody happened to know. For one, have we heard from Peter in a while?
No.
No.
I've been calling Peter,
since
leaving
I'm
messages. I've been leaving messages. I haven't gotten a call back, and it's making me really concerned.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where he was located. Here, like I said, I'm in Miami, and that was one thing. I was wondering if I get some mornings off or something like this, I may see if there's a hobby shop around that near Miami. I'm not sure. Yeah,
I think he's in Tampa, St. Pete.
He's in Tampa. Yeah.
No, I think you're right, Steve. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because he wasn't too far from Jim Smith and stuff.
I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right. Yeah.
He lives right near the alligators, crocodiles.
I could tell you stories about
there's many
Alley
just getting south of Jacksonville. There's many. So has anybody been flying lately or?
No.
I went flying today.
Snow, but not flying.
Yeah. You flew, Charles?
I went flying, but I didn't actually fly, but I went flying today.
Okay. Well, I've experienced that.
Well,
like
I had the guys. Go ahead.
So sometimes the worst things that happens to airplanes is you walk out the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember I dropped the plane, putting it in my vehicle.
On my Hellcat, I picked it up, pushed it on the corner of the table. This is twice. Yeah. Picked it up, twirled it over, and there we go.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good practice to see if you can get that repair done and get get it to blend back in,
You keep on believing that, Mark.
because it'll I'm sure that won't be the last time. Hope it is for that one.
Oh no, I'm telling you. No,
I've got I don't know, probably about 30 minutes on the run in on the engine on that FP40. So I'm probably getting pretty close,
Well, I'll tell you one thing I can tell you. When you
sir.
build one like that, especially where it's a position you're in, where you're learning the pattern and still learning to build and all.
Yeah, you bet.
Be sure you get you a notebook. I got a loose leaf binder.
Right.
I know. I'll get you a loose leaf binder and put in each plane, put in what dope you used, how many coats, what color exactly it was, make all kinds of notes. Because 2 or 3 years later, you're going to go back and get a ding in the plane and have to try to fix it. And you're trying to figure out what the heck did I use on that? If you just got a notebook to go back to.
Exactly. Yeah, this one, I'm going to kind of take it easy on this one. I've got a couple more I'm going to, fly to, to continue learning. But, a lot of hours is in on this one. So I want to kind of for lack of words, you know, you can never say you're going to save the airplane forever, but you know, I've still got, so I need to put a couple more coats of clear on it myself, you know, and you know, put my little Japanese flags on the side, maybe do some ink lines and, you know, stuff like that. But it's just, you know,
just have fun with it.
I got to get home to do that.
Yeah, well, let us know when you get home, because Train and I are still hoping to get to your place and do some flying.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually thinking about, you know, at one point, you know, it's sometime surely this summer, sometime, you know, in between stuff, we can make a good weekend out of it. And anybody who can make it over can make it over. And I know, you know, I know Will Davis had messaged not too long ago. He's not real far from there, you know.
Oh Lord, he's half distance. I am.
You know, so that'd be you know, that'd be good. Like I say, get through this, and you know, it's all good.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It's just you gotta work while you can. But I tell you what, when you finally retire, if you're like every retiree I know, and we got a good one on here, but anyway, I'm still trying to figure out how the heck I ever had time to work.
Yeah, I get that. You know, I think I figured my best comfortable retirement age. I've got it figured. Got it down on paper. It's perfect. About 112. I can retire when I'm about 112. And if everything goes the same,
I hear you, brother.
Well, Mark, I'm glad to see you. Glad to see you on the chat here, Mark. That's a good man. Good. Yeah.
He's a good one.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, Dennis and Len, are you on here still?
Let's see.
Len is gone, but Dennis is still here.
Okay, Dennis, did you get the text on Arlene's email address for the kites?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Thank you very much. And you got the ESCs, didn't you?
I did. Yeah. Yep. I did. I figured I'd just tell you on the show. They showed up Saturday, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah. Hey, Mark Lumen, Bob Ponzi died.
Oh man, you're kidding.
Yeah, Kathy Tipton texted me this morning. I don't know what, but I mean, he had to be a pretty old man by now.
Well, yeah, I would guess, but you know, still, yeah, still hard to hear that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems a lot of the old people. It's just, you know, our old buddies and stuff, you know, that we think about. Oh, that was a couple of years ago, you know, and you look back at it. Oh, that was 35 years ago that we. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Bob was, I think, in his mid to late 50s when I started skydiving, so he had to be 80.
Yeah.
By now, you know. Anyway, he passed away. I just thought.
Well, thanks, man.
He was a hell of a skydiver, man. He was on a lot of world records and a lot of big wave stuff all around the world. He did a lot of cool jumping.
So, Leon, how's the bear?
I'm muted because the TV's on here. Naomi's watching TV, but yeah, the bear's coming along pretty good. I've got it all covered pretty much, but I'm not getting very much painting weather. It's just been so humid and rainy here that I can't paint. So I'm just sort of sitting and doing other projects while I wait.
Yeah,
sounds like what I'm having to do.
It's coming though.
Len, did you get the text on the email for Arlene for the stunt kites, the combat kites?
I did, and I just haven't got around to it. I'm trying to get that tomorrow or the next day. Thanks.
I just want to make sure the text went through to Canada. That's all.
Yeah, I think it did.
Okay.
I'll have to check and see if it's there. Hang on. I'll just mute this again, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Oh no. I just heard the weather report, 30 degrees Saturday morning. Ooh.
We hit 71 yesterday. Sam and I went flying. We flew mostly
70 today.
We flew mostly RC stuff. I flew that big extra that I got, and Sam flew his air tractor, the Ag Cat. He put up 5 flights on that, took off and landed without crashing it, which was good. And
How does it fly? How does it fly, Mike?
it's good. Yeah. I mean, it's like a slow trainer, man. It's, you know, I got the throws turned way down on it, so he couldn't roll it over or do anything stupid with it. But I think if I turn the throws all the way up, it'll roll and loop, you know. The extra flies real good, man. I got that thing on a 4S battery, man, and it hauls the mail, man. Holy cow, it's fast. And then we took some control line stuff. We had just half-a combat stuff because I drive in the wife's car because my truck is still banged up. So we couldn't get a whole lot of airplanes in her SUV. But we did manage to fly some half-a stuff and put on a few matches for the RC guys that were there. And you probably saw me break an airplane in half and throw it in the trash. That was some of the carnage from yesterday. It's not worth repairing. So I took the hardware off it and throw it away. Get another one off the wall.
That's the best to be able to do. It just reach for another, right?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, Mike, I got that text. Good. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. I'll give her a call tomorrow.
Yeah. Just email her, tell her you're going to be at the dance, and ask her if she's making kites again this year.
I will do that. That's awesome. Thank you.
She'll be over at the Combat Circle all week long.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Well, I hadn't been on really in a couple of weeks, just here and there. I just tried to catch up on a couple of them. I don't know if I missed a whole lot, but yeah, it's
yeah, you did.
If you missed the last 2 weeks, you missed a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we had some beautiful planes in here Friday from Keith Trussell.
Oh yeah, you know what? I started watching about some of the replay on that. There's some good stuff, huh?
Yeah, and then we had when we saw Gordon Delaney's shop. That was pretty good.
I actually was. Yeah, I either watched it or was there. I can't remember that, but yeah, that's probably one. And of course, excluding Howard, it's probably one of the most organized shops I've seen.
Yeah,
the one a couple of weeks ago.
Howard's is unbelievable. Howard's shop is unbelievable.
Well, he's got the room, you know.
Yeah, Howard, Bob Hunt, and Gordon, those three have unbelievable shops. How could you not build a pretty airplane in those shops?
Space makes it a lot easier to keep things organized if you have enough of it.
Yeah. Doesn't it? Yeah. Well, Lynn, how many airplanes you said you had one day? That I think, Charles, you mentioned it one night too. It's like, you know, maybe one of the things that would be good is people to show, you know, everybody's okay, show your shops. And then Lynn said,
I love shops.
Where you keep your airplanes.
Yeah.
I counted today. We have 62 airplanes between Naomi and I.
Wow, that's
plus probably another 20 or 30 kits on top of that.
You're gonna be like the old George Carlin routine. You're gonna have to buy a new house to put more stuff in.
I just put racking up in the garage for 12 more airplanes 2 days ago to hang 12 more of them. So
you can hit the 100 mark, man. I know you can do it.
Oh, I probably could, but then what do I do with them? I fly one every day, a different plane every day.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Well, I'm sure Denny's probably. I don't know if Denny could count. Let me say, with all the prototypes and stuff. My goodness.
Did any of you guys get the NAG? Are you guys familiar with that weekly thing? It's called the NAG, NAG.
I got it for a while and then it just quit coming, but it was a great paper while I got it. I liked it.
Lynn's got something coming.
Well, the reason why I mentioned that is because I was just looking over the NAG from last night or so, the day before, and there was something there about Ruben McBride. You know, the Las Vegas Stunt Challenge we went to last year. Excuse me. So they're trying to bolster the numbers kind of artificially to give them more weight as far as dealing with the city government. So they want to bolster their membership numbers.
Mhm.
So they're offering this deal where you can help them out. It's $5, but you'd have like an out of town, out of state membership for only $5, and it would help the club, out as far as their presence dealing with the city government and stuff, negotiating, their flying space and all that kind of stuff. So if anyone you're interested, let me know, and I can help you get in touch with Ruben McBride and Stephen McBride. They come in the after party. But so anyways, this is a request that I saw in the NAG, and that's the Reader's Digest version of it, basically.
Okay. Hey, Len.
Yeah.
147
147 what?
airplanes.
Wow. That's wild. I don't think I'm going to catch you.
About 75 of those are combat airplanes.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably well over.
Yeah, a lot of wings. That's true.
A lot of wings. And then
Yeah, I got about 10.
I counted the RC planes too.
Okay. I got about 10 wings, I think. That's all I got.
I got 75 wings.
I didn't count the RC planes. I only got 2 of those, but I didn't count them.
Okay.
So yeah.
When are you going to fly your Axioma again? Any idea?
Nope. When I get some line clips.
Wow.
If I can get hold, I got the bender. You want me to send you the bender, or you want me to make you some? If I get it.
No, Howard's hooking me up.
Okay.
Howard's taking care of me. But I told him just as long as it doesn't interfere with any of the stuff he's doing on his airplane, I can wait. It's not a big deal. I don't really need to get good with it till just before Las Vegas. So,
when is Las Vegas?
Got lots of time because it's
when is Las Vegas?
November.
Yeah, I was talking to Ruben McBride about that, and they're kind of making things a little bit difficult, for Stephen. So we might not stay at the same place because they're just not willing to let those rooms go at that rate we paid last year.
Yeah, he told me.
Hey, John. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, Big John. How are you?
Sorry I'm late. I got involved in something else, and all of a sudden I thought, oh, this is Tuesday night.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I know you're. I'm going to leave it just at that.
Yeah, I'm getting older. Yeah, I know.
No, I wasn't even thinking that. I was just thinking about something else.
Oh, okay.
Did you, by any chance, capture Keith's information the other night?
Me?
Yes, sir.
What information is
his email address and all?
Yeah.
I might call you tomorrow and try to get that. I tried to go back and get it off YouTube and just watching the replay.
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now in the chat box.
All right, I appreciate it. I must have gone to sleep or something because I missed it. Oh,
I'll just give it to everyone. He said he didn't care. So
sound like a plan. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
But that man has done some stuff that just Keith used to show up. Keith showed up in Winston-Salem years ago. I hate to tell this with him not listening, but he showed up in Winston-Salem for our 4A contest years ago. And like I said the other night, he was in a 65 Mustang and he had 3 or 4 big airplanes in the back seat. I'm trying to figure out how did he make this trip with all these planes in that little car?
Yeah.
But he did it. But the thing that impressed me so much is all right, let me shut up and write this down right quick.
Well, while you do that, let me keep going on.
It went away.
It went away?
It went away.
It went away. Hit the chat again. I still see it.
I see it too.
I don't see it. It went away, man.
Well,
I got KTROS. That's all I got.
KTROS at Comcast.
Yeah, we'll just say the last part as a mystery.
Hey, I was going to show you guys too. I finally got a free flight airplane for the Nats.
Cool.
There was a guy who was going to send us all one, and we're going to build them, but I figured that I just going to have to do it myself.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Time management, it's tough when you have a wife and 2 kids and all the stuff that Mike does. My goodness.
Thank you, Charles.
You're welcome.
Mike,
I feel you, man.
Mike ain't normal. He gets a lot more done than I can, and he gets all those combat wings put together. And I don't know how the heck he does it. You must work all day and all night on the daggum thing. But I want to tell you how a bad day goes, or not a bad day, but a weird day goes. You get a call from a good friend says, "Hey, I just got brand new electronics on my boat. Let's go fishing." "Oh, I can't go. They're supposed to deliver my new lawnmower Friday morning." They said about 9 o'clock. Monday morning about 9 o'clock. So I didn't go fishing. Tom calls, "Let's go flying Monday morning." "No, I can't go. They're supposed to deliver my new lawnmower Monday morning. I keep saying Friday. Monday morning, I got to stay home, be home for that. So I didn't go flying. I didn't go fishing. I stayed home. They finally got here with a lawnmower at 5 o'clock. I could have gone fishing and flying for that.
Wow, that's messed up.
What did you finally decide on getting, Phil?
I got the, oh God, I forgot. Wait a minute. The name of it's right here.
I was a lawnmower repairman today.
Oh Lord, you can have that job. I did that 40 years ago, and I don't ever want to do it again.
My trusty 10-year-old Dixie chopper puked out a starter on me this weekend. So,
man. It's a Skag. I got the
Did
Liberty.
you go with the zero turn?
Yeah, I got a zero turn Liberty, and let me tell you something. If any of you decide to go with a zero turn and you're not used to it, go very slow when you get along your lamp post, because you go to turn and you think that, okay, I can turn this thing just right quick, and you forget about the fact there's a motor behind you. There's 2 or 3 feet behind you. And when I turned around, my lamp post went pow.
Oh snap.
So anyway, just beware. These things turn a lot faster than what you're used to. I slapped the crap out of that thing and knocked it down. I said, "Oh my goodness." So
my Dixie chopper is advertised. They advertise it as the fastest lawnmower on the planet.
I think it is.
That's what they say. That's the fastest lawnmower on the planet.
I don't doubt it. I've got a neighbor that's got one. They are quick. But
saw
I've also seen a Carolina Clipper is the easiest one on. You reach up and grab the deck. You take a couple things loose and you grab the deck and pull the whole thing up, and you're looking at the 3 blades. You just go in there, sharpen it, just take file, hone them down real quick, and collapse the thing back down, put the belt back on, you're back cut. But I just couldn't afford $7,500 to cut my yard.
That's like the one I got last year. I forget, it's supposed to do 7 miles an hour or something like that. There's faster ones out there and stuff. But there ain't no way I could mow that yard going that fast. You'd have to be mowing a golf green. That thing will bounce you out of the seat.
That's what I found. It about killed my back.
Yeah. And
but I still got done in an hour, and it usually takes me 2.
But I couldn't believe it, because I just got a lawn tractor, but that Husqvarna is supposed to have the same mower deck as zero turn and stuff like that. I think at full blast, it will cut grass. I've never been on anything that's cut grass like that. But
try that thing that Mike's got. You won't believe it.
Yeah.
They are incredible, but they are expensive. They are very expensive.
A divorce deal. My buddy was getting a divorce, and he had to sell his Dixie chopper and his utility trailer too. So I got them both really cheap, man. So he was like, "I got to get rid of this stuff. I want this for it." And I was like, "I'll give you this if it helps you out." And I was like, "Okay." Another deal.
Yeah, I ended up buying a utility trailer last year so I could take the lawnmower to the field. But I mean, it's nice. I can mow the whole field in shit in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, it's probably an acre, but I mean, there ain't nothing there. You know, there's no trees and stuff in the flying field. So
That's exactly what I mow here. My yard is an acre and it takes me 42 minutes to mow my yard. But tying lawnmowers into control line, I do the same thing, Steve. I take my mower out to the field and cut the circle sometimes. Because the club has a lawnmower in one of those shipping containers, you know, big shipping containers they keep locked up out there. And all you got to do is bring gas and you can mow the lawn whenever time you want. If you go out there to fly and the grass is too high, anybody can just hop on the mower and do it. But their mower it's a pretty big hunk of junk. So if I know I'm going flying, I call the guy that lives close and I'm like, is the circle cut? How high are the weeds? Do I need to mow? And if he says, yeah, it's kind of bad, I'll throw the mower on the trailer and go out there an hour early so I can cut the field so we can fly without catching weeds and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, this thing does it quick. I mean, Pat, who owns the house where the field's at and everything, he's got that 72-inch one. But I have a hard time driving that damn zero turn. You hit a bump and you know, and you're all over and stuff. I'm faster with that tractor than I am. You know, he's like, just drive it with one hand. Don't worry about both.
Just one hand.
That's what I do, one-handed.
Yeah, but
and put your feet up against the skid plate in the front. That's how you kind of brace yourself. You gotta, you know, kind of push yourself into the chair.
I learned something tonight after I finished the yard and had myself good and sore. The seat was still in the stock location, which is further forward. Well, if you slide it back, if you slide the thing all the way back, then the springs actually work.
Oh, okay.
So mine, I didn't have the springs doing anything. I had it so far up, you couldn't mash that seat down. But when I put the seat back like it needed to be, and I didn't know how to do it, didn't bother learning. I wanted to get it mowed before the sun went down. Man alive, that thing beats you to death. It's fat. My wife says, I don't cut that much faster than your lawnmower. No, because I can't take the pounding. But next time it'll go a lot faster.
If you get that zero turn and get the deck up high enough, you can hold a handle around in a circle at the same time.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
You can sit and fly, buddy.
But what I found out is that I should have just hired somebody to go cut the field.
Oh, that's pretty.
All right.
Yeah, airplanes.
Oh, wait a minute, leave that up.
That's Keith Trostle's chiseler. I had talked to him to thank him for coming in, and I told him I'm sorry to hear about his chiseler that he lost it due to a broken lead out. And I told him that I had some pictures. So I emailed him some pictures. I was going to show you the pictures I emailed him of this plane. Let me see if I can get to the other screen here. What happened to? I guess I got to do it one at a time. So let me stop this.
Yeah, you got to go careful.
Well, I thought I had a picture of it, and I got to looking today, and it turned out it was Frank McMillan's. His was solid red.
Well,
with some
the guy holding this plane is so this is one at a time. So let me share this one. This is kind of awkward and clumsy, but here's one at a time. So that's Keith showing the bottom of it. This is at VSC 2020, I think. You guys see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at the air outlet. Good gracious.
Isn't that neat? Very neat. And let me grab another one. This is really strange. Okay. All right. Oh, this is a closer look. This is up close and personal.
Pretty.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow. That's some serious artistic talent.
Yeah, I mean, where the cowl joint looks like an ink line almost, you know. And let me show you a few more. I have a few more pictures of it. Did the picture change?
Yeah.
Oh, great. All right, good. This is a little bit quicker then. So that's the mouth of it. I mean, the nose, the cowl of it, of the chiseler. And here's another one.
How do you get cowl fits that good? I just don't know how you do that. That's just unreal.
Yeah, it is. And here's another shot.
I can tell you how to get them like that, Len, in a second.
Okay, I see that.
Keeps airplane, the whole airplane's that neat.
Here's another one.
Gets you.
Another different angle. And here's another one. Nice ink lining.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nice ink work, really crisp and clean. Serious business.
Wow.
And then we just have two more. Yeah, out the other with his AMA numbers. Really, really nice. And last but not least, yeah, coming at you.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a heck of a prop.
I think that thing had a
That's a hell of a
54
prop
in
for
it.
such a small airplane.
And that's it.
It's literally a nobler wing, and that looks like a double star. I don't know what. It looks like a 54, but it might be a 40. I don't know. No, it didn't have a golden head, so it wasn't a 54.
I'm in the wrong hobby. I'm never going to be able to do stuff like that.
I'll tell you what, if you want to make something fit, you can use like the parting stuff, like they use mold release stuff and go around the edge. But what I do is just take saran wrap and go on the places where you don't want the epoxy to stick. And then take your cowl, and you can use micro balloons and epoxy or the blue stuff, Superfill.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on the edge, put it together and bolt it up and let it set. And when you pull it apart and sand it to shape, you couldn't get a piece of paper in there. But
just unbelievable.
Yeah, a friend of mine used like a paint mask. You call it parting stuff, and he would paint that on there, just stick it together, let the epoxy harden, you pull it apart, sand it, because you're going to paint it anyway. But yeah, I mean, the epoxy is nothing usually, and it'll give you a perfect fit every time.
Yeah, I've seen Randy Smith do that, and I've seen Bobby Hunt do that. Just you have to look to find the cowl line.
Right. And that was just, I mean, that's how, like when I put wings in a RC airplane, I do the same thing to get a perfect fit. And then after that, we use a little bit of silicone and do the same thing. And when it joins, you can't get any oil or anything in between the wing and the fuselage and stuff like that. But
I got a buddy that did that with his Dirty Birdie, and he forgot to lay the contact paper, whatever that stuff's called. It's the cooking stuff you put over the dishes, and it clings to cling wrap, whatever the heck you call it.
Yeah.
He forgot to put that on there.
Stuck his wing right to the fuselage.
Yeah, he couldn't get that sucker apart.
Well, if you ever do that, you take a piece of fishing wire, or you can use your flying wire, and just stick it on there, and you can cut that back apart.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's crazy, but nobody believes you can do it. But the the string that you use. You see the guys when they're laying bricks, they pull a string from one end to the other of the where they're laying, so they can lay the course even. You can take that and take it under a piece of plastic pipe and just sit and do this and cut plastic pipe with it. And you do the same thing to cut that loose. You just run it back and forth and cut the silicone out. But then, of course, you got to remove all the old silicone and try again and hope you don't forget the paper the second time, the plastic wrap the second time. It gets rather embarrassing when you do it a second time. Ask me how I know, because he did it. Oh, Lord.
There's a message from Sparky. He says he has a video on Cal Fitment on the channel.
He
on
sure
Stunthangar.
Bless you, man.
I remember seeing Bob Hunt doing I think it was a PDF kind of a presentation of how he used superfill to make the cowl fits really nice and tight. I think he did use saran wrap as well.
Yeah, yeah, you can get, it's if you got one part painted or whatever, it's a deal to where you can just use that mask stuff that they put on there, and then when you take it apart, it just comes apart. And then just sand in the superfill or epoxy and flume silica or whatever to thicken it, and when you're done with it, now you got a real hard edge.
Right. I know that Wendy used to line the fits with 1/64 plywood.
Yeah.
To make sure everything was plywood around all those fits. If it's the balsa wood, it'll just get dinged and soft, and just starts looking bad.
Right. And that's why the epoxy works. I mean, to me, that's easier than putting on the plywood, because you got to get a certain fit to even get the plywood to go up. If you got just leave a little bit of a gap and then just put the epoxy in there, the epoxy is as hard as or harder than the plywood, and
right.
And it's always perfect. I mean, there's a lot less sanding and stuff like that. But
hey, Phil, I forgot to tell you on Friday the money showed up, so we're good.
God, I hope it showed up before Friday. That thing's been mailed for a while.
Well, it showed up one day last week. I don't know, one day last week. Maybe I cashed it Friday is what I did.
Grief. Okay. Well, I'm glad it got there, but I don't understand why it took so long.
I paid for shipping on a part that I got for the house here, and just sent it out by mail, and it said 10 to 14 days delivery time, and I'll be damned, it was 13 days it took to put it in the mail and mail it. But yeah, I mean,
I can't understand. I can mail something to my buddy, my old neighbor in California, out there near you, Charles, San Diego, and he can get it in 4 days. But when I send something to my brother in Arkansas, it's 9 days.
Well, here's one for you. I got a new mailman, and I ordered propellers from Yarrow in Russia. He's a combat prop guy. He sells the half-A props. I got 40 half-A props from him, $200 worth of props. And they came all the way from Russia in about 12 days, and they ended up in my neighbor's mailbox 6 houses down.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and then the next day I had somebody else's package in my mailbox.
Yeah.
So we're trying. I'm worried about getting stuff shipped through the post office right now because I don't have a good postman. I was worried about those props too because I was tracking them and it said it was delivered, and I'm going, I didn't get it. And I checked the neighbor next to me. I checked it on both sides and both across the street, but it was 6 houses down is where those props ended up.
Yeah.
It wasn't $10 Amazon T-shirt. This was $200 worth of glass half-A props, man.
Right.
Well, that's like I just now because we get different postal workers driving. You know, we used to have one guy here, but we get different ones all the time. I'm always getting mail from the neighbors, and I was taking it to them. And now I just stick it back in the mailbox, throw the flag up, and it's like, you know, figure out what you done wrong.
Yeah, really.
You know,
Mike,
and it's like I see other neighbors doing it too. It's like, hey, you know, you stick it in the wrong mailbox, figure this shit out, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Mike, you know that just 6 doors down, all the way from Russia, that's a very small error.
Is it a small error statistically, Howard? Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess my point was it made it out of Russia, somewhere through Europe, into New York, and all the way right into my neighborhood, and that's where they screwed the pooch. So, you know.
I tell you what, I really like that fuselage, Howard, and that is sharp.
That is pretty.
That is really nice. How is the paint working? I know it's new paint and system for you.
I look at the wings. I don't see the fuselage, but I sure see
You
the
don't
wings.
see the.
Boy, they're pretty.
Oh, is that wings back there? I thought that was.
Oh, those are
wings.
wings. I didn't.
Oh, I see how it was stacked. I thought it was a cutout for the canopy.
Oh no, fuselage or wings with masks on them.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good, Howard.
Masking trouble.
Are you done painting, or you just?
Oh no. I have to remask everything.
Oh
Everything?
no.
Well, the paint curls the masks up, so I've got to put
Oh
on new
man.
ones for the
Oh.
time.
Oh Lord.
God.
Oh, that's frustrating.
My
Let me
goodness.
put a little
Let's
thing in. Mark Lumen he could not maintain his connection. He was in a hotel. So he said connection got bad. See you Friday. And T-Bone, he says, get the airplane. I don't know what he's talking about. T-Bone, I don't understand, T-Bone. Well, what do you mean get the plane? Get the airplane.
Are we talking about the biplane?
Who is T-Bone?
With all the grass cutting going on.
Tom Luciano.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if it was Trexler, because that's what he goes by as.
Oh, his handle is the T-Bone 1260.
Oh, okay.
Well, if Tom's watching, he messaged me earlier today. I guess he got my message back, but the answer was 1 month lead time on the airplanes, Tom. So I ordered a box of F2D airplanes from Roman Yavenko today because he says he can build them and get them out. So sending him some money, Western Union, tomorrow, and hopefully they'll make it out of Ukraine. That's the goal.
Wow.
But sounds like he had a post on Maca, asking people if they needed stuff or they wanted stuff, he could build it and get it out, and his family could really use the money right now. So I went ahead and ordered one box. We'll see if it gets here.
I wonder if wonder how we'd find out how the other guy's doing, the one built the Axioma.
He's in Uzbekistan. I don't think he's in any danger right now.
Oh, okay.
He's in another country altogether.
I thought it was pretty close.
Well, it's close, but there's not Russians in Uzbekistan.
Okay, I might try to get in touch with him and see if what he can do.
He's building away. He's building tons of them, man. He posted.
I want one and about 6 propellers.
You got to get it. You got it. The only way to reach that guy is through Facebook and through Facebook Messenger. You got to have a Facebook account, and then you message him directly through. He doesn't have a website. He doesn't sell online or doesn't have a online store or anything like that. He's exclusively through Facebook Messenger. That's how you tell him what you want, how to pay, paint colors, which model you want. Everything is all through Messenger.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get on there, I guess.
Hey, anybody here from Ruslan, from Stalker in Ukraine?
Haven't seen any posts lately.
No, not lately, but they messed up his shop or whatever. I know that he was on the, he was getting out. So
But he got a rifle, and from what I last heard, and was with the civilian military.
Wow.
well, yeah, they all are now, but I mean, his shop was overrun by the Russians.
Yeah, it was right by where that big airplane that got destroyed was.
Oh, that's where Yatsenkos are.
Yeah, all them.
What
I
a
guess
shame.
they're-
What a bloody shame. The whole
It
thing's
is.
just a mess.
Yeah, it is.
I feel so sorry for those people over there. It's just so bad.
I'm in there with you, Len.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we got Sam out of there, man. He's 14, gonna be 15. They'd probably thrown his ass in the Russian army here pretty soon, man.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? Wow.
They're saying that it's mostly Chechens and some of them other places that they're really not using any of the Russian.
But the horrific stuff some of them are doing is just unbelievable. It's like, what are you doing? What kind of
Guys,
people
let me
do this
end
kind of
it. Let
stuff?
me end the stream. So we're gonna end it. It's just before 9 o'clock my time, and we've had as many as looks like just about 25 viewers at our height of attendance as far as viewers, and we have 25 likes, 100%. Thank you very much. And we had some chatter on the chat box. 0 chat revenue, 0 new members. Please consider joining the YouTube channel, and likes and subscribe. All those things help. So today's Monday. We'll be back Friday. So hopefully you have a chance to go do some flying or build in your shop and come back and do a show and tell. Is always welcome. And we will see you next Friday. So let me end the stream here. Good night.